walked through the front door 47 minutes after we wired the ransom. We had just finished watching a video of her, blindfolded, sobbing, saying her own name and the date. The video had been generated 8 minutes earlier from photographs she'd posted on Instagram. The voice had been cloned from a song she posted on TikTok in February. It was a Tuesday in March, 2:18 in the afternoon. I remember this because the second hand on the clock above our kitchen sink moved exactly twice between the moment my phone vibrated and the moment my wife understood what was happening. I run a small electrical contracting shop. I had been at the kitchen table sorting receipts. The text was from a number I didn't recognize, a Phoenix area code. No message, just a video file. I tapped it. Maya, our daughter, 14, blindfolded with what looked like one of her own scarves, wrists bound in front of her with some kind of cord, sobbing, saying her name out loud, saying the date out loud, March 11th, 2:23 p.m. The audio was clear, her voice, her cadence, her small lisp on the S in her name. The phone rang before the video finished playing. The same number. A man, calm, slight accent I could not place. He told me he had Maya. He told me I had 30 minutes to wire $50,000 to a crypto address he was about to send me. He told me if I hung up, Maya would die. If I called the police from another phone, Maya would die. He would stay on the line. I was to put him on speaker. He needed to hear the room. My wife came in from the garage. I waved her over. I muted my end. I whispered. She read it on my face before I finished a sentence. She was already running for her phone to call the school, the soccer coach, anyone who might know where Maya was. The voice on the line said calmly, in clear English, "Tell your wife to come back into the kitchen and sit down." He had heard her footsteps go away. She came back. She sat down. The voice told us both to put our phones face up on the table where I could hear them. We did. And the voice said it would know if either of us picked one up again. My wife kept her hand near hers anyway. She started typing slowly with her thumb without lifting the phone. Small movements, the way you text under a desk in a meeting. She typed 3 letters, C-A-L. She was going to send "call school" to her sister. The voice on the line said gently, "Delete that." She deleted it. She has told me since that the worst part was not the words. The worst part was that the voice was not angry. It was patient. The way you correct a child you expect to keep trying. The voice told me to send the money. I told him I needed to verify if Maya was alive. He laughed, almost kindly, and asked if I had not just watched the video. He played her voice again through the phone speaker. Just the sound of her saying her name. My wife pressed her hand against her mouth. I had a business wallet because 2 suppliers had insisted on crypto. That is the only reason I could ruin us in 11 minutes. We wired the money. The voice walked me through it. The crypto address was a long string of letters and numbers I will never forget the first 8 characters of. When I had confirmed the transfer, the voice did not hang up. The voice did not move. For another 45 minutes, he needed time to release her, he said. He needed to be sure I had not contacted anyone. He needed to verify the wire had cleared on his end. The voice was no longer threatening. It had become almost conversational. It asked me about my afternoon. It asked whether the weather in Phoenix was warming up. It told me about a dog it claimed to own. I did not answer. My wife and I sat at the kitchen table, holding hands beneath it. The voice on the speaker breathed quietly into our kitchen. Slow, even breaths. The kind a person takes when they are bored. The clock above the sink read 3:14, then 3:22, then 3:31. The second hand was the loudest sound in the room. At 3:38, the voice told me Maya was being driven to a parking lot. It would not say where. It would call back to confirm. It told me to keep the line open and to not move from the chair. Then the front door opened. Maya walked in. School backpack, cleats slung over her shoulder, hair damp from a water bottle she dumped on her head after practice. She said hi. A voice on the line said, "Oh." Then the voice was gone. She'd been in after-school soccer practice, phone in a bag, on silent, like every Tuesday. The video had been generated in 8 minutes from her public Instagram. The voice had been cloned from a 12-second TikTok she had posted in February. The scarf, the cord, the blindfold, all of it pulled from photographs she or her friends had posted over years. They'd built our daughter out of things we had given away without noticing. The crypto wallet was emptied within 11 minutes of our wire transfer. The FBI agent who took our statement was patient and tired. She told us they were getting 4 to 7 of these calls per week now, just in Phoenix. She said the only thing they recommended was a family safe word. She also told me the part of it that I have been turning over for 9 months. The voice, she said, almost certainly had not been watching us. There were no cameras in our house. There was no live feed of our movements. The caller had simply guessed correctly every single time what a frightened parent would do. Run for a phone, try to text, push back on the verification, and made my wife and me believe he could see us. He did not need to be in the room. He was good enough at fear that we put him there ourselves. We picked a family safe word. We did it on a Sunday video call with Maya, a grandmother in Tucson, and my brother in Albuquerque. 2 of those phones were on speaker. None of them were ones I had picked. We told no one outside that call. Maya is fine. She does not say she is fine, but she sleeps through the night and she is not afraid of her phone. She is angry. Angry at us for paying, angry at the scammers, angry at the fact that her grandmother's scarf is now in a video she will never get out of her head. She set every one of her social profiles to private the night it happened. She has not posted a video of herself since. 8 months after the call, my phone vibrated at 2 in the afternoon. A different, unknown number. No message. Just a video file. I tapped it. It was me, sitting at the kitchen table. The video was clear enough that I could see the gray in my beard. My voice, the sound I cannot pronounce cleanly, the slight hoarseness from 20 years of running an electrical shop, said 5 words. It said her family safe word. We have not told Maya. We have not told her grandmother. We have not picked a new one. We could pick a new one. My wife wants to. I cannot make myself believe in the concept of a private word anymore. Whatever we choose next, the 5 5 of us will say out loud over a phone, and the air around those phones is not ours. I taught my daughter to lie about her own life, to post nothing real, to say nothing she would not want said back to her. She is 15 now. She is better at it than I am. A father who taught his family a safe word and heard his own voice say it back to him 8 months later. Sometimes 12 seconds of a song, sometimes a face built from years of public posts, sometimes a voice on the line that knows what your daughter calls you, sometimes something that does not have a name yet and arrives on your phone anyway. In December, the FBI issued a public service announcement about virtual kidnapping scams using altered proof of life media. Deepfake fraud attempts in North America are up 1,740% since 2022. The technology is faster than the law. Some of what is happening is the technology. Some of it is not. The next call is being placed now. This has been Hollowgrin. Until next time.
Don't pick up.